Today we are installing the Caterham engine at Time Machines Motorsports. Today we have a hot mic moment with Hot Mike.
Well, they're probably in the right way. That's, as they say, getting after it, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Well, like what people don't understand is
Because everybody crashed them. They are unforgiving. They're only as good as you are, buddy.
I fixed one last year. I was crashed for the same reason. Guy was trying to pass his buddies on the street, lit the tires up in third gear, didn't know what to do.
Probably running for pilots, and once those pilots get old, they get useless. They're like driving on ice. Because those cars, guess what? Tires matter.
You're on camera, by the way.
I don't care. Jake can edit me out. I'll stay out of camera. How about that?
Yeah, I don't care. I just don't want you.
Give me some props.
If he leaves it in,
Just call me G. I'll help you put it in. How about that?
sweet.
That help? I'm sure you can use another guy. I was looking at, I thought that was really neat, at just the size of the gearbox, and this is just, that's pretty impressive. That, you know.
Mazda Miata ND.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It was just, wow, it's just a little guy. That holds that power.
Yeah. Well, because there's no weight.
True.
And so
Right.
that
No, it's just unique. Obviously, there's a lot of people that give their left arm to be standing what I'm doing right here. So, just different, unique stuff. I didn't think I'd be coming home from camp and working on all this today. I never saw that coming, right? I just gotta tell you, wasn't on the list of allowed. I can't wait to get this done. I want to go for the shoot and this thing so bad.
I need another week for that.
Change.
There's a whole box of
Chains.
Yep.
I'm looking, scanning what you do.
containing the other one out.
How about this one right here, buddy?
Oh, we need a link. What's wrong with it? Oh, it's got killed. I think it's just making sure.
Every now and again.
See that?
That's why I pay the big bucks, you know. Pay the observer. Like if I was a chain, I'd just be hanging somewhere. You know? You need it out of your way because you trip over a chain. Especially your rolling shit.
Security here doesn't work.
No, I guess. Why would it?
Yeah, right, why would it?
I thought we were going to get it that easy, didn't we? Chain. That's cool. I'm glad you got a guy working that you can trust. That's huge.
Oh, it's huge. Actually able to go home.
Yeah. Well, it's good that when you're drawn away on other things that you can still be productive, and that's huge.
All right.
You made a lot of progress on this thing.
I got a guy coming down to look at what I think I want to do. I have two ideas. So the first one is what I think I want to do is on that half of the building. Leave this would stay untouched, but from where you are forward, we get a second story.
Just be able to put some on.
Yep. Second story, have an office, so I'd be able to have a private office. Have the parts department up there. For the most part.
Well, if you can afford to make the investment in the parts on these things, I think that's a lot of money in this.
And then two lean-tos. See the part, I thought that too, but I was wrong. There's just not enough of them and they don't break.
Is that what it is, really?
The biggest thing is that they just don't break. Right? You might sell a gauge here or there, or a light or a switch or something, but it's so hard to, you can't make any money. You can't make any real, you know. Not enough.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Well, so did I. I actually told them that I wanted to be their, to say parts distributor solely at one point, because I thought there was going to be money in parts.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things develop. I would have thought you were on something.
Yeah, well, you know who else thought I was on to something? Me. I wasn't.
Just not yet. You're an optimistic. I'm an optimistic guy today. I don't know why. You need help with it.
Now we're gonna have to put this down and re-grip it with a swivelly,
I was thinking that didn't have no turn, does it? Needs a link chain in it. What is one of these turnkey now?
this one would be like high 80s.
80,000, huh?
Yeah.
It's a lot of car, right? It's brand new, so.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
and they're hand built.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, but is it? You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Well, what else do you buy that's 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds? And whatever you buy will not get as much attention as this. Should you park this next time? Yeah.
Paint job for sure, and any color, any configuration. It's unique. Like even this one's a little older and a little sweatier, but it's unique, you know?
Gives you more excellent public.
Yeah. Unique school, you know? Not sure.
Hold it sideways like that for me so I can move just a little bit.
You want it sideways?
Yeah, just right on the guitar, because I want to go forward where your feet are.
Gotcha. Figures it's the day I picked to wear sandals because my shoes are full of mud.
Yeah, it's really promotion.
That down low, that corner, getting off, it's dangerously close to that.
To the pit. To the cradle. Or to
In front of that cat underneath,
the...
because you were sliding on.
Yeah, it's all got to get painted. I don't want to scratch it, but it's all got to get painted anyways. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta take the transmission cross member out.
On the car?
Yeah. Otherwise it doesn't clear.
Oh, don't have the angle. Just don't like this.
Yeah, because the transmission has to slide down the tunnel.
Yeah. You gotta kind of stab it in.
The bottom of the tunnel's too narrow. Because if it was wider, you'd actually be able to put the engine and transmission under it and set the car on top of it. I'm sorry, right rear of the bell housing is going to end up within 1/8 of an inch of the left front side of the toe box.
So they're that well
They're
engineered.
that well engineered.
That's incredible. Really cool. You got it? You got it out already?
It was already up.
Oh.
What I saw is the cross member. From here I can see like the tunnel, and then I see solid black. It's just catching the bar at the back. I thought it was the mount, but it's not.
I don't know what your go no go is. Can you go on that other side?
Why don't we do this? Let's have you work the jack.
Okay.
Open it very slowly
Yeah.
because it comes down fast.
Okay.
Okay, just come in. In, okay. Oh, and back, forward.
What's that?
Back, forward.
Back, forward. With you.
Back's not behind us, it's to the back of the car.
All right, a little bit.
Yep, down.
I'm just getting the hang of it, so.
Oh yeah, hang on, there's one more thing I want to do here. Mainly so we get it on video.
How many hours do you think you got in this right now?
This one just a few. Nothing, really. This
Really?
is how they come. Yeah, so I got a couple hours into putting the engine and transmission together.
Well, you gotta forgive me, I haven't seen these since we took that out of the crate.
That's reasonable question.
Ah, okay, I see. Just in case, huh? That's a good sacrifice. I agree.
These ones, a couple more.
Once you put it on both sides, yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah, and the top ones here too.
Yeah. Me, you, and your father lifted these things out of the crates too, right? So they're So as a whole, they're pretty light than the three guys who were able to just wreck. You know?
Yeah,
So,
I picked them up myself. So
do you really?
Yeah, they put them on the jack stands.
Yeah, just like the front of the back.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have any suspension to contend with. When's the last time you rolled one of those? Like, come on, those were junk even back then.
I hated them with a passion.
Really?
Oh, I never liked them.
Like the Merkur XR4 Ti?
Yeah, Rick had a beautiful one.
Those things were beautiful. They were ugly in the right way. Now you look at them and they just remind you of that era. Like, well, I was at that Radwood car show when I went to Amelia Island.
Which one?
Radwood? You
I don't
ever
know.
heard of it? It's like all things 90s and people dress up like the 90s.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, like for us, like you and me to walk through there, that's like...
It was
just
Amelia
your
Island?
home. Yeah, they do it the day before the car show. The actual Amelia Island event, Concours.
I don't.
Oh, you want to go? Let me know. We'll go next year. It's always around my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, I went not this year, the past. Just a really cool experience. I got the place to stay. They had a shuttle right to the grounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even that, I had rented a car, so you know you can drive there. It's like right from where I stay, about 15 minutes, and I stay right on the water, and it's affordable.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go, let me know, because my wife really is not into it when she goes. But like we could get a one room, and we're two dudes. We'll go have fun in Florida. How bad is Jacksonville, right?
Yeah. I'd be all about.
Boy, that didn't suck. I had worse days.
Radwood.
I mean, that's where I got Rad, R-A-D, Radwood. Look it up on the internet. It's like, dude, so it's all like 90s cars, like right up our Berettas. You can see a badass Beretta GTZ there. When was the last time you saw one of those? Come on, those are just cool. They're the car of our era, and guess what? You don't see them anymore. I was down in Indiana, and a guy had pulled up at a GTU at Walmart, and I was in Indiana. Man, I stopped. Look, I was with my S600, my Mercedes, and I'm like, I said to my my nephew, or my son-in-law, my brother's son-in-law was there with me, and I said, dude, I'd trade him this car straight up for this thing. It was mint. All right, nice and slow. Yep.
All right, back.
That's towards me?
Yep. Nope.
No, that's towards you.
There you go. Right now.
Down. I'm just gonna go slow and deliberate, okay?
Yes. Okay, stop.
I'm about to hit in the front. So.
Yep. Back. All right, down.
Good.
Yep. Keep going. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Okay, stop. Back. Maybe like 6 inches. Nice and easy. There you go. Got a little more.
Whatever you want.
All right, there you go.
Hitting something.
Down.
You can see the motor.
I stretched my hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Just trying to communicate.
The important stuff.
Can we stop for 1 sec?
Yeah, of
I
course.
just see a wire getting hung up. I don't want to get hung up on metal. That's all. We're good. Down, down?
Yeah, down, down. Okay, and then back. I might have to go under now.
Okay, let me get rid of my smoke. So it doesn't fixate on camera.
All right, let's go down and back again.
Down a little bit?
Yes, sir. Down first, then back.
All right, I'm watching the front here
Gotcha.
on these bars. So that's about as
Good.
low as I'm comfortable with.
Come back a little. It gets pretty tight.
All right.
All right, let's come down a little.
Good? Yep. Down a little bit?
Yep, you got 2 inches.
Okay, I can see the front too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's about to clear. We're real close. Yeah,
Okay, hang on.
you did that.
All right, now you should be able to come down.
All right, we got to come back just a little bit because
Yep.
there's that bracket. Just like for heat, maybe. I'm not sure. That's right there. Okay.
Actually, I'm probably gonna have to take the alternator off. We'll see.
I think so. I think we're all right. Coming down. We're hanging on that alternator. Let me just. Yeah, I don't know, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I think that alternator's got to come off.
Yeah, you know, every time I look at it, I think I can do it with the alternator
I'm just gonna
on.
bring it up because we're
Yeah.
just about resting on it. Okay, that should be enough for you to, things, well done, Mike. I mean, even though like I said, the last time I looked at these things, we took them out of the crate, and I was even amazed at how well they do packaging it, you know, to even get it to the States.
Well, see, behind you, there's a floor to one of these things standing up. Black piece of metal with a million holes in it. No, they are out of the crate now. The floor pans are interchangeable. There's 360 rivets that hold them in. I've replaced floor pans from cars that were here, and they built the floors there, sent them here, and all the rivet holes line up.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the first time I did.
I mean, it's amazing because you think of like, you're going to take this car on a track and you're going to drive this as it's designed. I mean, you're just, let's be honest, you know, you're taking it to its limit if you're doing it right, if we're having the right amount of fun. And I just can't believe anything would be out of alignment from that, you know what I mean, just over time, you know. But just unique, you know, pretty cool. Like I said, I keep telling you I want to get more involved with you as I got time, and as you know, you do as well. But if you want to go to the Concord, dude, we could take one of these out there to that.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
I'm gonna miss it this year because I got to stand up in a wedding for my buddy John on the same weekend. But that import show that they do in Harrisburg, I think we talked about this before, is awesome.
Yeah. Let me know. Like, if you're going down to those, like I said,
I wanted to go this year, but I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, whenever you go to any of those shows, let me know. If my time is available, I'll go with you. I'm not looking for you to pay my way. But, you know.
Syracuse Nationals is in the books.
Yeah, let me know. I'll go with you for certain to that.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's a good time.
We'll be right at the same place we were last year, just outside the Center for Progress building.
I got to remember this because I'm going to hook up with you because I'll definitely come down and eat up there or something.
Yeah.
Or depending if you need a hand, you know what I mean?
We'll have this. We'll be staying with the C10 Club, Mike Brooks, at the hotel, so.
I will let you know. I would go to that. I would go check that out again. I haven't been up there in a few years.
Last year I was doing donuts around the light poles. The place gets a
It
little
was a little hairy up there. Some beautiful stuff that comes through. I don't know, you know, I like looking at it all. Like I said, I like those I like the Concours. I've gone to Concours de Elegance to, you know, some.
Yeah, I probably like the losers in the park.
Yeah, it's kind of more like, dude. I mean, I was up there. You're looking at cars that I mean, these are things you and I have dreamed about. You know, I mean, if you're a car guy. You know, I got to see a gull-wing Mercedes, you know, I'm like,
right.
That's always been my dream car, but my wallet will never, I can afford the pictures, you know, thanks for the memories, guy, you know, it's like looking at a Speedster to me, a Porsche, you know, lust for one of those, I can't even afford the replicas, you know, it is what it is, you know, still driving Fox bodies.
Yeah, well, back to vintage, both make really awesome 356C Spider kits.
I've seen some nice ones. I saw one out there that, you know, really intrigued me. It was all electric. I said, now that's a cool car, you know, to take all electric. If you were going to use it as a, you know, runabout,
There's
worthless car.
There's people thinking about it. So I had a customer talk to me about doing one of these, so leaving the transmission in it and just mounting an engine. You can fit like 6 Tesla batteries in the back.
I can only imagine. I mean, I'm not anti-technology. I'm just, I'll be burning dinosaurs. It's just different, you know.
I'm actually a good candidate for an electric car. I drive 20 miles to work. The electricity here is dirt cheap because it's municipal.
Right.
Right. So I mean,
Right.
I would buy like a Volt or something like that if they were.
Yeah, I'm fine with, like I said, you know, I just said to you, I was looking for an EXP as a commuter car. What am I going to do with that? What did that have in it? A 1.4? I don't even know anymore.
Just don't lie to me about what it is and why we're doing it.
Right.
That's it. Just tell me the truth.
Yeah. Man, I'd love to find a really mint K car. I drive that around every day. Nice 4-door K car. Nice Reliant automobile.
Where was I? In Maryland a couple weeks ago. I saw a convertible K car.
Come on, right? Come on. You drive it around. I drive that like a minute.
Oh,
man. God. Wouldn't care one bit. This thing's great.
Have you seen my buddy Grady's 5.0 that we put the old school neon on last year? He's got the Calypso.
He told me about it.
Yeah, he wouldn't do LEDs. He found fluorescents. Like
Oh,
the
shit.
Unity.
Find those. Yeah, I used to have them on mine.
He paid $350 for it from eBay.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't think I paid that much back then for it.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Alright.
Yeah, he's another guy that would love Radwood. You know?
Oh yeah, no, he would be, dude. His belt and shoes and hat matches his car.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
an Oakley freak. He's got like 60 pair of Oakleys.
He's the guy.
Oh,
we need this guy.
He
100% need this guy.
Oh yeah.
In a
he loves
pinch,
it.
this is the guy I want to party with.
And he owns it. Oh yeah, great. He's cool.
That's good to absolutely own it, man. That was a great era. I'm glad I was born back then.
Me too, actually.
Is this pliable?
All right, should be able to come down now.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, that's wire. I thought it was
It looks
metal
like
tubing.
Looks like tubing, doesn't
That's
it?
what I thought it was this whole time. I'm all concerned for no reason. Are you ready to come down?
Yeah, down.
I'm just going slow, bud.
Yep. Okay, hang on. We're stuck a little bit here.
I'm worried about this back here in this back corner for a second, but I think everything looks as though that's great. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, if you can come down more, keep coming down.
I'm waiting for direction.
Yep, keep coming.
Just got nervous.
Oh yeah, slower is better.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna yell at you for that. Yep, keep coming.
that's on the same speed. I'm just letting it.
Yep. I'm just communicating.
Cause you're moving everything, so
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Stop.
I'm locked in.
Slow, tight coming through here. Yeah, keep coming down.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So we gotta get back here somewhere.
We're on the front frame rails. The front. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Those
we
ones
gotta-
you covered.
We gotta come back. I'm hung up here on something.
Something felt like it moved. Everything looks good up here. So we're just, you want me to take a little off it, you think? Come up or no? Let me check this side. Just take a look here.
It's gotta come back about an inch.
Yeah, it's definitely got to come back. I can see
It'll
that.
just touch this when it comes back.
Okay, so you want to bring it
The
back?
transmission is holding on one second. I think it's just actually
Just got to come back.
just hitting the tunnel. Yeah.
You want to come back?
Yeah, if you can, John told for us.
Here, let me lift it up just to CH, because we're resting on them
Okay.
just barely, but you know what I mean, enough that I just want to bring it off it. Like that. Does that help? All right, I'm coming back.
All right, hold on. I think.
Feels as though we're pinched on something.
Yeah, I think the transmission is jammed on this lower rail here, maybe.
Almost it seems as though the transmission's got to come up.
Well, that's the thing is I can't.
Can't really do that.
Like they're super light. It's hanging, but it's stuck.
Well, why don't you lift up on that? Why just give this a push? What do you think?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, don't knock the car down, dude.
I ain't knocking the car out. I
Remember,
might wait on
it's
it. I might
only
wait on
a
it.
couple hundred pounds.
Yeah.
So you'll knock it off the stands.
I think it might. Well, I'll tell you what. We got to come up and we're resting on it again. So we moved.
Yeah, let's go up and forward a little bit.
Yeah. Towards me.
Yeah, towards you.
Well, negative.
What?
We're gonna hit the pulley here. On the
Go
front.
up.
The
Then we
pulley.
just gotta go up. If I take the speedo gear drive thing off, it'll go. Which I've never had to do before, so this one must be more narrow.
Gotta go up. All right. That should do it. What do you want to do now?
I think I'm gonna have to get a pry bar. I'm gonna have this happen before. I'm gonna have to pry it forward.
You see what I'm saying here as I was hitting here.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to think I'm totally full of it.
Well, why would I stop now?
Fans for who brought you, baby. Whoever that did it liked it. It liked it a lot. All right, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, we should be able to go back now.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I mean, we gotta be close. Whatever you did, it liked it, because we're just about hitting. You want me to come down a little bit?
Yeah, see if it'll come down.
I think it should. Everything looks happy-ish. Ready?
Yep.
Slow and steady.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Coming down?
Yep. All right, that should be pretty decent. Let me grab a jack.
Okay.
All right, actually, we can stay there because.
You want me to just leave it right there for now?
Yeah, we'll grab
Okay.
the mounts.
What does the motor mount go off like a K member on this?
It comes right from the side.
Oh, okay. There's only 8 of them around here. I could look for reference. I'm learning. We're all learning here.
These will go on the chassis here.
Ah, okay. I see now.
There's the transmission across from there. This goes there. Got a pound.
I mean, how is it not going to do that to you? Oh, I think I just kicked the screw. That was me.
The pound's probably good for you.
Yeah, probably for me right about now. I ain't gonna lie to you, the pond probably is probably a good result. I told you, I haven't showered in 3 days. I've been bird bathing.
So this, what we got going on right here, this is the vibe I want to get to there.
Yeah, just 2 guys working, having a, this is supposed to, you know, I always say when I get really incredibly frustrated when I work on cars, because you take your frustration, your life out on it, right?
I always wonder why.
Yes, right? Like you're like, why couldn't I have done something better, right? Why do I work on these things? I'm getting incredibly frustrated. I go, wait a minute, I'm working on my hot rod. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
I don't care if I get this done. I mean, I want it done, but you know, like it's not. I got to go to work tomorrow. Like this is supposed to be fun. That's beef.
There's bolts like these 8mm guys. There's 4 of them.
Are these the ones that are in here?
Yeah, they're in there already.
Now, do you have to put this alternator back on, or can you sneak that through? Because I'm seeing that kind of going through
We
that.
can sneak it through.
We can sneak it through. Okay. Let's see. See, I hope you understand why I asked that.
Yes, we don't want to do all this shit again.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think we're actually going to have to
I don't think I can
come
get
down.
these up back
Pretty
here.
much.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm in the right spot. Now I see where I was in the wrong spot.
Don't be such a pussy.
I ain't supposed to. This was wrong. I was just wrong. I don't know what I'm looking at here, man. This is Ford stuff, small Ford stuff.
Sometimes with these mounts, you have to adjust the
Just
the corner.
like the powder coating.
No, it's where it's made. Hey,
Try not to stand in the way of the camera. I'm sorry, Jay. Kind of is what it is, though. And I agree with you that I always feel like the organic feel is a lot better. And listen, this is geared toward a guy that's going to do this with his buddies, right? I would assume this is what I would. I mean, if I bought one of these, I'd be calling you, but I thankfully have a friend in the business.
I'm hoping the best scenario, my favorite scenario, is when people tell me that they're building it with their son or their grandson or their daughters.
So cool.
That's the coolest.
I'd love to build one of these with my son.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't think there's
Because
any...
you don't have to be a specialty guy. You don't. A guy with, I would think, with basic mechanical knowledge could stumble through. Yeah, of course you'll need some help along the way. And, you know.
The other thing I got to get across to customers is they get upset when they make mistakes. So they're a person that doesn't work on cars super frequently, doesn't build cars. They're not like a chassis builder. They're just a guy that likes them. That's
I'm
mechanical.
sure you're going to make a. I mean, I'm only 50, and I realized that. That's what I just said to you earlier in our private conversation. Of, I know when I get to things that are on my wheelhouse, just stop and ask for help before you. You know, like what would scare me on this? Like right off, I was thinking like, oh my god, like I'd be so intimidated, like a daunting challenge this is. And then I'm looking at the electrical, and it's like, man, even all that's just plug, boop, boop. Like I don't like because electrical, let's just be honest,
That's
scares
exactly,
Jesus
that's
out of me.
exactly the sound they make.
Yeah. Just scares, you know, electrical scares me when I look at this. I'm like, man, this is all professional. Like, I can figure this all out. I can't screw this up, and I love that, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's what, like, you know, even when you're running up a hot wire, a hot rod, or you're doing something cool, it's always the, you know, oh, I gotta do relays, and I'm reading schematics that I don't, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I start to see 3 different colors, you know.
Well, you know what, I get, so a lot of people are engineers that buy these, they're a high percentage of engineers and
I can see that.
financial people. They're usually very organized.
Yeah,
type
I
of
can see
person.
that, yes.
But you get a brilliant electrical engineer, but he doesn't know how to use, or they don't know how to use their fingers and hands and nuts and bolts and simple ways to line things up, or, you know, like there's tricks of the trade that you learn along the way that people shouldn't expect to just have, you know.
Right, I mean, look at like my knowledge to yours. I've been friends with you for many years, and I've taken basic mechanics, but I look at your knowledge face to mine, where I'd be, now, hey, sometimes, you know, I look at what you do up here and I'm amazed, as you know, but I understand what it takes too, you know. It's art.
Yeah.
It's art, man. What do people want to, you know?
Dude, I love golf. It's like people that are shitty golfers. They go, you know, you golf once a week and you get mad because you suck. Well, first, what gives you the right not to suck?
Right.
You didn't do the work. You didn't learn or not do the work. You didn't gain the experience for whatever reason.
Yes. You know, as I say, that nothing gets done by not doing it. But this to me, I would think I wouldn't be afraid to do one of these. And I think I could do this in my garage, and I don't have a shop. I have basic hand tools. I mean, yeah, you got to have a couple things, but I could borrow one of these from somebody, or what are they, $300 at Harbor Freight now, you know?
Yeah, rent them for a day, but people are always.
I mean, you can get started with some jack stands, you know?
There's a customer, Richard, that's in has a beautiful place in Massachusetts, and he's gone and helped at least 2 other Caterham guys put their engines in. He takes a day.
Sure, I can see you making, what an enjoyable hobby you could make if you could get a good community going in these. I'm sure it's probably out there at the tracks.
Oh, these people are so nice.
I can only
Caterham
imagine.
customers are all
Look at that.
awesome.
That's simple, huh? You know, instructions. You ain't looking at these.
It's like an IKEA catalog.
Wow, you ain't kidding. Instructions.
It's more of a suggestion guide.
Except the next 3 pages. These are very important.
Did you ever just remember that you haven't eaten anything all day and all of a sudden you're really hungry?
Yeah, kind of. I don't even know what time it is. I don't want to look because I feel like I have something to do.
I just want to set this engine down and then head for home. I got a Cobra I got to load up there too.
I just popped in because I saw your truck here, and you know. So I've been meaning to get up here. I just, in the summer I'm up here, obviously you know more than I am. Let's go. Crazy's good. Crazy's gotten to this far.
It's
You know, look at the parallels of your life, and who would have thought we'd be putting together a Lotus when we started playing with little Fords and
yeah.
when we were kids, right?
And I almost graduated high school.
Almost. It was so close.
I did it.
So close, yeah.
I made it out on time too.
I did too. I never failed. Thankfully.
I was one of the few not super seniors
Yeah.
in my friend group.
Look where you started. Look where we are. That's why I make fun of when every time you complain about shop space. And when we were kids, working outside in this weather.
I think we should be able to come down.
Come down, you think now?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep. Yeah, just come straight down about an inch.
I'm not going to do anything but just open it up.
Right there.
I gotta come up.
Yeah, come on.
Just a bit. To help hurt. Come up a little more. Help hurt. I don't think you're straight. No?
Try to go that way a little bit.
Towards me?
Forward, yeah. Just a touch.
I think it just did. Get right, stay there.
Is that close? Is it
Yes,
close?
stay there.
Okay. You don't have to tighten it, just as long as it's close.
I think we can get it right in.
Yeah, okay.
Or just come down. Look at that, it just fell right in there.
All right.
Close. Let's take a look at the other side here.
Chris?
Dang, we're dang close. I think it needs to come down a little bit. If you want to maybe get a thread on that, I don't know how you want to do it.
What's up, Big Chris?
Oh, is that what that was, the door? I thought it was your cell phone going on.
Around the door. Chris, remember Mike? I think you guys met over the summer, maybe?
Yeah, how you doing, man? It's nice to see you again.
If you come much closer than that, you'll be on camera too, if you care.
I think we got to come down a little bit.
Yeah, just this side. That side's pretty
Yeah.
much home.
Want to send it?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, hold it.
So tight, but it's not. I guess maybe the word I'm looking for is well engineered. Well engineered. No, I see what you mean. That back is, it's right there, but it's,
Every time, it's crazy.
yeah. So neat.
Did you hear about me getting stuck in Belize? Did you come here while I was gone?
No.
So did you hear about that plane that got hijacked in Belize City?
No.
So when you stay on the island that we were on, you have to fly by small plane back and forth. They hold like 14 people or something.
Yeah.
The plane that was probably on its way to pick us up from the resort got hijacked by a guy. He stabbed the pilot, stabbed 2 of the passengers, made them fly around for 3 hours trying to talk them into taking them out of the country. So we got stuck.
Yeah, stop there.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
canceled
walking.
all the flights.
That's why I stay here.
I just stay here because I'm broke. I need to sneak catch. Oh, I'm just gonna smoke. Oh. I wish it would freaking warm up. Well, dry out. I was hoping it rain. I'm probably the only person praying on the rain because I did that irrigation. So whenever I hooked up water for my water collection on the can, and the whole time I'm doing it's raining on me, I get down with it, see if it's gonna work, stop raining. Go figure, right? Like that, we put a Caterham motor in. That was pretty simple, I have to tell you. I put a lot of motors in a lot of things. That was relatively easy.
Pretty
Simple. I mean, I can see you doing it yourself, but that's a lot easier just with another set of hands.
Yeah, it saves you a lot of up and downs.
the up and down, right?
But there's not a lot of people I like to put engines in with, because I don't like getting things squished and stuck and my fingers pinched. And,
Yep, that's why if you notice, I learned to follow directions.
Yeah.
I don't do anything fast and I don't do anything deliberate.
Communication is important.
Yes.
That's why I tell you where back is, where front is, which way it is today.
Well, I'll screw that up 27 times, but I don't care asking again every time. It's the key to be on the same page.
Just giving it a go helps. You don't even have to make it all the way to the same page.
Let's stay average, start to finish. Building.
I think for the average first time builder, it's about 80 hours. I think it's fair until you're done.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, done, diddly done. I think with some prep work, that here we could probably do them in 40. But that's not even accurate because it depends if you want to count the time going through your inventory and all that stuff too.
So you literally could put one of these together with weekends in the winter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd say most people it takes them about 3 or 4 months.
know if I fit in it.
Oh, you'll fit.
I'll fit.
We just put, customer in Sarasota, Florida, big stew, 6'4", 270.
Wow. I'm a whole acre in the back of it.
It's got an engine in it.
Now it just needs everything else.
That's it.
That's it. It's that simple.
It's simple. It is
Well, what do we have in that? An
I
hour?
mean, listen, you broke it right down to one step, inclusive of everything.
Take care. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah,
I mean, what do we have? An hour into that?
it's really probably a 3-hour ordeal. If you have a cherry picker setup, there's another video that has, taking the engine out of the crate, then you have to hook the transmission up, so you have to loosen the starter, put some bell housings on, put the bell housing on, put
Alternator.
the transmission on. No, the alternator's on the engine already. You gotta remember to take it
Yeah,
off.
that's what I'm saying. Taking that off was a part of the
So
process.
that's a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then usually setting it in nice and easy like that is probably an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Of course, we've had some go in easy. It goes
So
better.
you could say 3 to 5 hours,
5 hours.
realistically?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not.
And then I think you're about 3 hours aside for suspension. You're probably about 2 hours aside for lighting. So whatever, 4, 6, 8, 10. Putting the rear diff in is tricky. I'll do that next. I like to put the engines in, put the drive shaft in, put the diff in, which is different than how the book tells you to do it. The book wants you to put the suspension on and put the radiator in before you put the engine in. But I just want to get it out of the way. I can do all of that stuff with the engine in. So especially if you're restricted on space,
Yeah.
put the engine in right
Yeah,
away.
that's okay.
Engine, transmission, differential, drive shaft, put the DD on tube in the back, just rest it in there, and you
Then
cleared
that
off,
stuff's out of your way.
cleared off half of your shelf.
Yeah. And it's sense of accomplishment,
Yeah.
Third members in, transmission engines in, you feel like you did something. The small stuff is the stuff that I could assume, like anything, is meticulous and takes a little bit more time and, Well, that's nice. You can come out after dinner one day and say, I'm going to put the lights in today,
The third member. I like how everything's a 9-inch view.
We're old Ford guys. We started, I'm sorry. How we learn.